Amis, c'est l'heure de la jeunesse. Suivons la voie de la sagesse qui nous appelle, qui nous invite à l'union. C'est la voie de la nation.
Fellow Cameroonians, I'm Jacques Bouhga Hagbe, a Cameroonian economist and candidate in the upcoming presidential election in October 2025 in Cameroon. In this video message, I continue to tell you about my proposals on the policy that I will pursue in the field of sports. It will be necessary to limit the risks of corruption and embezzlement of public funds, which could weaken Cameroonian sports federations. Consequently, the budgetary allocations of these federations will no longer be transferred to them. These sports federations will have to prepare detailed budgets that will be annexed to the Budget Act. Once these budgets are adopted, they will be implemented through the Ministry of Finance as for all other public entities. Public accountants reporting to the Ministry of Finance will have to supervise the execution of the budgets of Cameroonian sports federations. The bonuses of players, coaches, and referees that must be paid by the state will be paid directly by the state to the beneficiaries through the normal budgetary circuit. The law will establish a national sports infrastructure company, which will be a company that must remain under the control of the people through shareholding. It will allow the people to retain control of all sports infrastructure in Cameroon and make it profitable. All state-owned sports facilities will be evaluated and sold to this new people's company. The latter will increase its capital through the platform for popular shareholding, which I discuss in another video message available on the website cameroonmovement.net. The state will lend funds to the less well-off to purchase shares in this people's company. The main objective of the National Sports Infrastructure Company will be to build and make profitable sports infrastructure in each department of Cameroon, including housing for athletes, which could be used for other purposes when athletes are not using it. These infrastructures will have to be of a level acceptable to international sporting bodies to ultimately enable Cameroon to organize major international tournaments, including World Cups and Olympic Games, in a very short period of time. Cameroonian sports federations will have to sign contracts with the National Sports Infrastructure Company on the sharing of revenues related to tournaments organized by these federations. The state itself will have to sign contracts with this people's company for the use of its infrastructure as training centers for young athletes. The framework law on sports will also focus on the training of Cameroonian athletes. It will encourage the state to increase the number of training centers throughout Cameroon through the National Sports Infrastructure Company, as it does for public education in other areas. These state training centers will be under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Sports and will be run by former Cameroonian athletes who have become coaches and other coaches trained by the National Institute of Youth and Sports. These training centers will not be limited to training young Cameroonians. They will also have to organize sports mini championships during school holidays, which would help to unearth young talents. The National Cup of Cameroonian training centers will be introduced and organized every year during the summer holidays to stimulate the competitive spirit among young athletes and allow their various coaches to acquire experience in major competitions. Outside of school holidays, and in addition to the management of public training centers, coaches trained at the expense of the state or paid by the state will be assigned free of charge as technical assistants to the various clubs in the Cameroonian championships that request their services. I believe that this public aid to Cameroonian sports clubs will help raise the level of national sport, which also suffers from a lack of sufficient technical support. I continue my proposals on sports policy in a third and final video message available on the website cameroonmovement.net. As you can see, our country can recover very quickly. Do not be discouraged. Register to vote and do everything you can to vote in October. Join the Cameroon Movement on his website cameroonmovement.net and let us fight for change in peace but with determination. Your financial support remains crucial. It consists of making donations to the Cameroon Movement through the means available on his website. We will need a lot of financial resources to mobilize the Cameroonian people and monitor their vote for the liberation of Cameroon. Do not be afraid. Our only true political party is Cameroon. Do not be afraid. Long live free Cameroon. Long live free Africa. Thank you for your kind attention.
C'est la voix de la nation.